Shocking news comes from the world of K-pop. BTS fans, or familiarly called ARMY, were suddenly overwhelmed with anxiety after reports circulated that Kim Seokjin, aka Jeon BTS, was rushed to the hospital. Jungkook reportedly couldn't stop crying after hearing the news. Is there something serious going on? Horrible gesture. The genie looks limp before the incident happened. Sometime before this news came out, the ARMY actually suspected something strange. Jeon, known as Worldwide Handsome and the oldest member of BTS, looked a little pale and tired on several occasions. Observant fans began to notice that her facial expressions looked different than usual, especially in the latest videos circulating on social media. A BTS workout video that went viral showed Jeon trying to keep smiling even though his face looked tired. On several occasions, he also seemed to be holding part of his forehead, as if he was holding a headache. Not a few were worried about his health condition, but most thought it was just ordinary fatigue. However, all changes when shocking news comes. Jeon must be rushed to the hospital. Jungkook. The crying that never stops when the news of Jeon being rushed to the hospital spread. Jungkook, BTS's magne, was reportedly devastated. Jungkook is known as a figure who has a very close relationship with Jeon. As the youngest member, he always relied on Jeon, who was affectionate and caring, but a source close to BTS revealed that as soon as he heard about Jeon's illness, Jungkook immediately burst into tears and found it difficult to calm down. In fact, he is said to have kept asking staff and managers about Hyung's condition. The source said, Jungkook really doesn't seem to be able to control his emotions. She kept asking if Jeon was okay. He even managed to stay away from the crowd because he didn't want others to see him cry. Jungkook's attitude reflects how deep the bond of brotherhood between BTS members is. As people who have been together for many years, they are not just colleagues, but already like their own family. What really happened to Jeon? Until now, there has been no official confirmation from the agency regarding Jeon's condition. However, some speculate that the hectic schedule and pressure in the entertainment industry may be one of the main reasons Jeon had to get medical treatment. As is known, BTS has just undergone various activities, including preparations for a comeback and other agendas. Jeon, who is also undergoing military service, may experience tremendous physical stress. Fans who have been observing Jeon's condition lately assess that his body looks thinner and his face is not as cheerful as usual. One of the soldiers posted on Twitter. I'm really worried about Jeon. He always tried to smile, but we could see from his eyes that he was exhausted. Hope he's okay. The ARMY performed an act of solidarity. Stay strong, Jeon. After this news was widely circulated, BTS fans around the world immediately showed their support for Jeon. The hashtags #StayStrongJeon and #WeLoveYouJeon are trending on Twitter and other social media. Many fans shared Jeon's photos and videos with positive messages. They hope that their idol will recover soon and will not have to strain himself if he does not feel well. One comment from a fan wrote, Jeon Appa, please take care of your health. We will always support you, no matter what happens. Never feel that you must always be strong alone. In addition, some ARMY fanbases also began to raise donations to donate to charities on behalf of Jeon as a form of support and love for the idol. The agency finally spoke up. After various speculations circulated widely, the agency finally gave an official statement about Jeon's condition. In a statement, they confirmed that Jeon did have to get medical treatment due to excessive fatigue. They also confirmed that Jeon is currently resting and in a stable condition. The agency asked fans not to worry too much and still provide positive support for Jeon. However, this news still leaves many question marks for the ARMY. Is this just ordinary fatigue, or is there something more serious? Hope for the genie. ARMY remains to wait. As one of the most beloved members of BTS, Jeon's health is certainly a major concern for fans. The ARMY hopes that he can rest well and return in a healthier condition. For the time being, fans can only wait for the latest news from the agency regarding the development of Jin's condition. But one thing is certain, Jeon is not alone. He has millions of fans who always support him, including Jungkook and other BTS members. ARMY continues to send prayers and best wishes. Hopefully Jeon will recover soon and can return to smiling brightly as usual. Purple Heart, the news of BTS's Jeon being rushed to the hospital and Jungkook crying non-stop has shaken fans around the world. Many soldiers felt anxious and sad about this news, but there were also those who began to question, is this incident true? Or is it just an attempt to attract media attention? Analyzing the facts, is it true that BTS's Jeon is in serious condition? In the past few days, Jeon did look more tired than usual. Fans have noted that her facial expressions in some recent videos and photos seem lackluster. In fact, some say that he can often be seen touching his forehead, as if he is experiencing a headache or fatigue. However, on the other hand, there is no concrete evidence to suggest that Jeon is really in an alarming condition to be rushed to the hospital. Is this just a coincidence? Or is there something bigger at play behind the scenes? Jungkook's reaction, a sincere cry, or part of the narrative? One of the parts of this news that caught the most attention was Jungkook's reaction. As the youngest member of BTS, Jungkook is known to be very close to Jeon. Many believe that her crying is a form of sincere concern for her hyung. However, some people ask, why did this reaction become big news? Is it true that Jungkook really can't control his emotions? Or is it possible that this incident was magnified by the media to build a dramatic story? There is no visual evidence that shows Jungkook crying in public events or in front of cameras. All reports about this only come from inside sources, without any direct confirmation from BTS or their agency. I guess this part of the media strategy. The South Korean entertainment industry is known for its sophisticated media strategies. News that attracts great attention like this can be part of a deliberate marketing strategy. BTS is a global group with millions of fans, and every news about them always gets a big spotlight. It is not uncommon for events to be arranged in such a way as to maintain hype and public interest. In the entertainment industry, dramatic news is often used to increase engagement on social media, increase group exposure, and even increase merchandise sales and music streaming. If this is indeed part of the strategy, then this is not something new. There have been many cases in the entertainment industry where news about artists who are sick, exhausted, or experiencing mental stress is used as news material to attract public sympathy. The question is, did this also happen to BTS's Jeon? Hoaxes or reality? It's the reader's job to judge. As fans and consumers of news, we must always be critical of the information we receive. What do you think? Do you believe that Jeon is really in serious condition to be hospitalized? Are Jungkook's cries a genuine form of concern or part of the media narrative? Do you see any pattern in the K-pop entertainment industry where this kind of news often appears to attract public attention? In this digital age, news can spread very quickly, but not everything we read is the truth. As readers, we must be wise in sorting out information and not just believe it. Share your opinion in the comments or discuss with fellow ARMY. Is this true or just a hoax? The decision is in your hands.